Welcome to day 285 of our DeSo journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother, Brian. And remember, these videos are sponsored by DeSocial World. And I think today's the last day of their sponsorship. Am I right, Brian?
Uh, I think we're going to give them another day or two.
Okay, so DeSocial World, today they announced that they're teaming with Tyne and Brutal to show the search clout hot feed on their site. And this is the hot feed that shows on clout feed. So now it's going to also be shown on DeSocial World, which I think a really, really cool idea. You know, it gives added benefits to DeSocial World now. And also Safon Agastrocrono, I don't know if I'm saying that right, which is one of the largest Spanish watch websites on the internet for enthusiasts of watches, have added a widget that points to their DeSo account on DeSocial World. So lots of great things happening for DeSocial World, lots of great things happening for the Spanish community on DeSo. So I think it's all exciting.
Yeah, I love seeing all of these nodes kind of attract different eyeballs. And DeSocial World's doing it, Tunnel's doing it. I can't wait to see what Story's going to bring and Gem's going to bring. I think that they're bringing new crowds to the protocol, to the blockchain, and I love seeing that. And I love how DeSocial World is getting this added I guess added bonus from this watch company. There's getting more publicity. So
yeah, and between them and Tunnel, it's you know, a lot of Spanish people are getting familiar with DeSo. So thanks to both those teams. Cloudfeed yesterday teased a new feature, and they didn't really give too many details, but they did tease us. And with a post that they made, they said, we are working on a very useful feature that will save you a lot of time to have it directly in app. What do they mean? I don't know. There are a lot of guesses. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, that could really be anything. All I know is that Rabal's been working really hard on Cloudfeed. He's also working on Story with the Design Sisters. Very valuable person to this protocol.
Yeah, so I guess we just had to wait and see what comes to Cloudfeed.
Do you have any ideas?
I really have no clue. I have no clue what it is, but I'm excited to see. Yesterday, Gettr had a really cool idea that I think we should talk about for NFTs version 2, which, you know, we've had NFT version 1 released. Version 2 is like the next iteration of NFTs on DeSo that's being worked on the protocol level. And he had a really interesting idea that with version 2, you should be allowed to choose who can buy your NFT. So you could say only holders of my coin or of somebody else's coin have access to purchase this NFT. Or you could say only people who hold X amount of my coin or X amount of Natter coin can buy my NFTs. Fast Freddy replied to his comment saying, love this, sharing, thank you. What do you think? Do you think it's a good idea?
I love it because it's just like an added way for artists to monetize. They can say, hey, you can't buy my NFT unless you own my coin. So then people are going to buy their coin, they're going to get the founder reward, and then they can sell the NFTs. Maybe they'll have the first drop. So maybe they'll have a series of 100 NFTs, and the first 10 are only available to coin holders, and they can attract coin holders that way. And then it adds value to the people that already bought the coin before that. So it's just another like way to use the coin holding mechanism as kind of like a gatekeeper. And I love it. I think it opens up a lot of possibilities.
Well, and it's another way to kind of differentiate DeSo NFTs from Ethereum or Solana NFTs because it has that added feature built within them if they choose to implement such an idea. So today or I guess I should say this evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, the first official community DeSo event is taking place. And outside the one that we had before with Alex Velatis and them, but this one's taking place on Chime In, which is Yazin's DeSo built app. It's going to take place in a DeSo Stages building on Chime In. You can get there by going to app.chime-in.io. And you can really use Chime In at any time. So you can go there and chat with people as long as there's others there to chat. And I think over time we'll see the app being built up. But today's community event is going to be interesting to see what that encompasses. Who's leading the event? You know, what the discussion's like. I know I'm going to be there. I know you're going to be there, Brian. Hopefully everybody else can make it. I think it's going to be a really fun event, and we get to try out Chime In for a massive amount of users.
Yeah, this is going to be the start of what I hope will be a series of community events, town halls, I guess you could call them virtual meetups that are happening every week. And we've heard a lot of criticism that the core team hasn't been communicating enough, but I think that's just been because they've been busy working on the Coinbase listing and other features. But I think this is the start of something probably very special that's going to kind of connect the community with the core team in a more robust way. I'm looking forward to using Chime In and allowing other people to discover the benefits of Chime In over something like Clubhouse. So way to go, Yaz, and I know you've worked your butt off on this. Yeah,
definitely. So It's Aditya had an interesting comment yesterday, and he mentioned how Gettr, which is it's a new social media website that's aimed more at conservatives, I'd say, created by one of Trump's former associates to kind of bring people onto a separate social media platform outside of Twitter, but it is a Web2 platform. But he actually noted that Gettr reserved the profiles of celebrities.
Yeah, so I mean, we all know that DeSo had this major issue where they got a lot of bad publicity for basically holding the accounts of celebrities and allowing them to be reserving them so that if Elon Musk was to come on to DeSo, he would have his username from Twitter already there. Somebody else couldn't take it, squat on it, or even worse, impersonate him and use it for negative reasons. So now you look at Gettr, which is this other platform, and they actually did the exact same thing. But It's Aditya pointed out they called BitCloud a scam because of this, but on Gettr they just call it reserving profiles. So it's kind of a double standard. I mean, I know DeSo is a little bit different in that there's money involved, creator coin, and money flowing into that coin, which should make it give them even more reason to have done this. So I think that it just kind of shows the double standard between the traditional social media platforms and Web3 decentralized social media.
Yeah, I think there is that argument. Okay, they opened up the coin of all these celebrities and let people buy and sell these coins without it actually being the celebrity. But what a lot of these negative news articles fail to mention is that those celebrity accounts were marked as reserved. They weren't verified accounts. They had a little clock next to them, whatever emblem they use next to them, saying that they're reserved. And when you go to the profile, it said it's reserved and it's not the actual person's account. So there's nothing wrong that DeSo did. And, I think reserving celebrity profiles is good to prevent cyber squatting and scammers. So finally, the last thing we want to talk about today is the 1-year DeSo Birthday Bash in LA. And Matreshka made a post that later this week, or within the coming week, we're going to know a date that's going to be set for the DeSo event in LA. And joining Matreshka on a Zoom call to talk about this event were Tropics, Maddie Pryor, who previously had put together CloutCon with Tropics, Alina Ferry, who lives out in the area. I think she lives in San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken, and Megan Vita, who's now with DeSo. So they're all, I assume, helping organize this event.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of people are excited to hear about when it's going to take place, the exact location. We're guessing it's going to be somewhere in LA, at least the main event, with satellite events taking place around the world that might be able to all connect via Zoom or something like that. But I think the only thing holding back a date right now, as Matreshka said, is that they're just waiting to hear Natter's schedule and what days he can make it. I mean, what's a birthday bash, the 1-year anniversary of DeSo, without the founder, Natter? So I'm excited. I know we're definitely going to do everything we can to be there, but it should be fun. And I look forward to hearing the details as this great team of people work to put this event together.
Yeah, and we've met Tropics before. We've met Maddie Pryor. Like I said before, she put together the CloutCon, the online CloutCon, and she was also at the Cloutsgiving. We had a chance to meet with her there. Alina Ferry, we've had her on our show. She's an awesome person who's one of the DeSo OGs. And of course, Megan Vita, who's kind of a newcomer to the DeSo Foundation team, but has been super active on the platform and off. So it's going to be a great event, no matter when it is. So we look forward to it. And I think that's all we have for today. And we'll talk to everyone tomorrow.